Hey, it is cut. Let's talk about some Friday Night Smackdown. Woo! Showtime. So on Friday Night Smackdown, Tiffany Stratton comes out to the ring. She cuts a promo saying how she defeated Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 41 and how the odds were against her, how people compared Tiffany to Charlotte Flair by saying that Tiffany's going to be the next Charlotte Flair, but Tiffany was saying, I didn't want to be the next Charlotte Flair. I want to be the next Tiffany Stratton. So I'm like, all right, that's pretty decent stuff. And then out of nowhere, Jade Cargill comes out and she was saying that she is past Naomi and she came to the WWE to win championships. So that kind of surprised me because I'm thinking like, okay, Jade is coming out. There's no build up, so what is going on? There's no way we're going to get a clean finish. Not at this point. So anyway, Tiffany and Jade, they had a match and it was actually a really good match, and it was to the point where fans were saying this is awesome. This is awesome. So Tiffany and Jade, there was some back and forth action. There was some a couple times there was some miscommunication. It seemed like maybe Jade, she was like delayed a little, just trying to figure out the next spot, it seemed like. But Jade hit a really nice sit down power bomb. And then also at one point, Tiffany almost pulled off Jade's wig. I'm like, come on now. You got to be careful with her wig, or Jade, she needs some, some super glue or something, to make sure that her wig doesn't fall off. And then so pretty much towards the end of this match, Jade hit a superplex and Jade was out, and Tiffany, rolled outside to the ring on the other side of the ring, rolled out on the other side of the ring, and out of nowhere, Naomi interfered and she attacked Jade Cargill, gave her the beat down. And at one point, when Jade, or not one point, but when Naomi first started beating on Jade, she was like throwing a temper tantrum, like how she was beating her up with her punches. It just looked really funny and just kind of silly. And then so anyway, Tiffany gets back in the ring and Naomi backs up. It's like I don't want any of this. I don't want any heat. So let me get out of the ring. And then from nowhere, Nia Jax, she attacked Tiffany Stratton. She hit her with the Annihilator, and she held up the championship. So that was actually a really good match and a good segment overall. So are we going to see Nia Jax and Naomi? Are they going to team up against Tiffany and Jade? What's going to happen? Or will we get a fatal four way for the women's championship at Backlash? We shall see. So I thought that was good. Now this right here, Selena Vega versus Chelsea Green. I like Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, I think she's really good, and I also like Zelina Vega. But this match right here, it wasn't a good match. It was for a few. I think they gave them a few minutes, and it just seemed like, to me at least, for most of this match, Chelsea Green she was just getting into position, for Vega to do a move. I noticed that like maybe 3 times, and so pretty much we had some interference from the Secret Service, whatever they are called, and the referee, told them that they had to leave, get out of the ring. I mean, leave the ringside area. And then Vega took advantage by hitting a code red on Chelsea Green, and she got the 1, 2, 3, and she is the new women's United States champion. So I just felt like this match was uneventful. I heard that Chelsea Green is going to be taking some time off, according to something that I saw on Twitter. I don't know how true that is. I have to, look that up to confirm that or whatever. But I wanted more from Chelsea Green as the first women's United States champion, because I feel like she had some really good segments, Chelsea Green, and she's just like one of those people that can just utilize, even if they're given 2 minutes, she can just really utilize that time and turn that into something entertaining. And also, I like her character, but this title run, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. For the longest, we had Chelsea Green versus Michin. They had like 5 matches. It was just ridiculous. and it just seemed like they didn't know what to do. And I will say, so far with these with the new women's championships, the women's IC championship and the United States championship, they haven't really been doing a good job with these titles. I just feel like they should be doing a better job. There should be better storylines, better build up to matches, but so far I'm not seeing it. And I don't see Vega having a good run. Maybe, maybe this will surprise me. I feel like Selena Vega, she is just really good as a manager and she's just really good on a mic. I think that WWE should pair her with Andrade, to have, she should be his mouthpiece once again, because I think that was around 2020 when she was his manager, during the pandemic, and they had some really good stuff together. So we shall see what goes on with that. And then this match right here, was this the main event? Yeah, this was the main event. Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight. This was a good match. The guys went back and forth, and I was thinking, okay, who's going to win this match? Both, LA Knight lost at WrestleMania 41. Drew McIntyre beat Damian Priest. So I don't think that any of these guys should be losing right now. So let me see what's going to happen, or is there going to be some kind of interference? That's what I was thinking. So anyway, the guys, they went at it. Like I said, it was a good match, and Solo spiked LA Knight. I was like, dang, LA Knight is gonna lose like that. And then LA Knight gets back in the ring, or I think Solo put him back in the ring, and Drew McIntyre was going for the Claymore, and out of nowhere, Damian Priest pulled Drew McIntyre Drew McIntyre out of the ring and choke slammed him through the announcer's table. And then Jacob, he dove onto Damian Priest and LA Knight, and he hit them both with moonsaults. So Jacob Fatu is over big time. And then also we had that TLC match with the Street Profits, DIY, and Motor Machine Guns. That match was just outstanding. Those guys put in the time, they put in the work, and they just did a great job. The Street Profits, they retained the championships, or the tag team titles. So a really good main event. Also, Randy Orton and John Cena, they opened up SmackDown, and the guys were going back and forth. This was a 21-minute promo segment, and they had some good stuff, but I wasn't crazy about it. John Cena just seemed like he was acting phony. So, just trying extra hard to be the bad guy. So I wasn't really crazy about that. But so pretty much in this promo, John Cena was saying that the fans are fickle. They don't know what they want. 1 minute they'll say Cena sucks, and then the next second, let's go Cena. So John Cena was more of the bad parent, and then not John, Randy Orton, he was the good parent. He was saying, John Cena, you wouldn't be here, if we didn't have these fans here. And this is the reason why you were in the WWE. The reason why we have this business is because of the WWE universe. And he was saying, I want that championship. I want to take you out. And John Cena was saying, listen, I am the last real champion, and I'm not going to fight you tonight. But how about we have a match at Backlash? So this promo, or this segment, was pretty much to set up the match for WWE Backlash. So anyway, towards the end of this segment, John Cena was trying to hit Randy Orton with the belt. He missed him, and Randy Orton hit him with the RKO. So that was the segment. Like I said, they had some good stuff, but overall, I was just like, okay, this is just going on way too long, and Cena's just being a little too phony. Please let me know, how did you feel? Take care and have a good one.